A new vent is opened in the volcano that is erupted since the 16th of the July and is still continuing to erupt. We had this moment of the birth and then widening up, and now we see that it actually has fountains of the lava. It's nothing new. We have seen it in previous volcanoes, especially in the Frederiksfjord. We had a vent opened called Narlet, and I concluded from that moment, that time, that that was independent from the main vent. I play all those videos, and you see a lot of details and information about the new vents and cracks that causes them. A new vent burst opened into action. This is just a few minutes ago. We have a pressure buildup and the smoke rising. Then suddenly a burst of the, like a fireball, burst of the lava flowing out of it. This is lower than the level of the lava pool, so it cannot be a hole in the crater wall gushing out the lava. It's just a vent, it's a parasitic vent. I will explain at the end of this footage how I think is the mechanism of this tiny compared to the volcano. It's yet big. It's around 10 meters wide. This is the volcano profile. This is the outline of the vent of the volcano, chimney as we call it. And this is the parasitic vent that is bursting now into action, leading to having some lava sprouting out of that. That's what I think. This is my theory on that. North wall crack is widening. The tremors are rising yet. They have not reached the peak yet. And the volcano has yet to work out and accommodate all this lava. But what we are seeing now, north part of the Frederiksfjord area is full of new volcanoes. These are independent volcanoes which are actually erupting on their own. Beside that, the north side of the volcano has now is independent from the volcano itself. There's a huge crack formed there, and this crack on both sides of it is actually erupting. I have a Green Iceland video here which shows that what's going on. And as you can see, on two sides of it, there are cracks. This eventually, as you know, this is all in the fissure line of the volcano. This will eventually lead to the collapse probably of the north wall, and a new cone will form there, and we will have a main Nar becomes actually practically a double crater volcano in that part. But the rest of the area is full of other volcanoes, tiny volcanoes at the moment. They will grow bigger. What are these cracks? If you watch my videos, you will notice that the lava flows in certain areas with a weakness. And these weaknesses are the areas that is something happening there. You may have noticed some fractures or cracks, like this one here. I will highlight it for you so you can look at it more carefully. If you don't see it here, you will see it in my drawing. I will put a line there exactly where the cracks are, and then you will notice they're there. Okay, they have triangular shapes. They're like wedges, and the wedges, when we have wedges like that, they're in a slope, they fall down. So the inner part of the wedge falls toward the lower part, and the outside of it goes upward. The other side of the wedge also goes down the inner part, and the outer side goes upward again. And this forms a second wedge on the side. It goes upward in the inner part and downward in the other side of it to the left. You can see exactly these cracks in this image by the traveler in the whole world drone footage. And I have marked them here again, the same downward and upward. These are actually fractures which the blocks of rock shaped like triangle falling down, and when something falls down, if the adjacent bigger part don't move, that means practically it's moved up. So what you see here are fractures, weakness in the walls of the crater, and there is the places that the lava breaches the wall and comes down. In structural geology, we call these normal and reverse faults. They are very basic faults.